math has been driving you crazy, or if you're finally admitting you're lazy, and your test grades have been dropping, it's time to get your arrows popping. Hello everybody, how's it going? This is Mr. Witt with Fort Bend Tutoring, and today's tutorial is going to be about writing parallel lines as well as perpendicular lines. That's what we're here to do today. That is right. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first problem for writing parallel linear equations. Here we have, matter of fact, that's not even the first problem. Oh no, it's not. What we have first and foremost are some notes for you. And we have Obina in the house. What's going on, Obina? Glad that you could go ahead and join us. All right. We already have somebody in the house. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Welcome. Glad you could be here. Obina's already in the house, as well as other people already representing. Good to see you. Good day to you guys. And as you see in our notes here, we have parallel lines, and this is the symbol right here for parallel lines right here, okay? Have the exact same slope. That's right, the value for one linear equation will be the exact same for another linear equation if they are parallel. What's going on, Batoga? All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Batoga says where he is, it's 1:15 a.m. Wow. Yes. Thank you for clicking the bell icon that notified you that we were live right now, Batoga. Glad you could join us. And in addition to this, we're looking at perpendicular lines. The symbol for perpendicular lines is right here. All right. And it'll show you guys that they have slopes that are opposite reciprocals of each other. That's right. See, notice how this creates a T right here? That's because those two lines create 90-degree angles. That's right. When you have two lines intersecting perpendicularly, they are going to create 4 right angles. Danny is in the house. Danny says it's 1:16 p.m. there. All right. Well, where I am, it's 12:16 p.m. Okay, Danny. So that's just to let you guys know where we are with the time zones. Good stuff. In addition, one way to keep in mind what you need to do as far as the perpendicular slopes are concerned, Hassan is in the house. That is right. Is that you just simply need to change the sign and flip it. That's right. So from one slope to the other, when you're dealing with perpendicular lines, just take one slope and then change the sign and flip it. That's right. Sorry to hear that note, NOTL 3F01. All right, he says that he has to retake his Algebra 1 EOC. Well, I will say prepare, and then prepare some more so you won't have to retake it again after that one. So good luck to you. Definitely practice. Good thing is that you've already seen what was on that Algebra 1 EOC, so next time you take it, you'll know what to expect. So study up hard on anything that you felt that you took too long to get through the problem, or things that were unfamiliar to you. You have an idea of what to expect on the Algebra 1 EOC next time you take it. So study up on that, and good luck to you. All right, good deal. So what we're going to look at right now, guys, are these two examples right here. So what we're showing here, will I fail 8th grade if I don't pass it? That depends on your school district, sir. I do not know. You'll need to ask your teachers, ask the administrators and your at your school to find out. But if you pass, you won't have to worry about that. Good stuff. So looking at this given slope, we have an original slope of 3. If we have a parallel line slope, guys, and let's go ahead and get this black ink going here. If we have a parallel line slope, that slope will be exactly the same value. In other words, if we have a given slope of 3 and they ask us for a parallel line slope, that slope must be the exact same value. As I stated before, parallel lines have the same slope. All right. So that will be the answer to that. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get started. Red boxing our answers already. Because when you have a correct answer, you're going to red box it. That's exactly what you want to do. All right. So what if they give you your original value of 3 for your original slope? but they want to know the perpendicular line slope. Well, first of all, you should realize that 3 could be written as 3 over 1, right? So when I say that you need to change the sign and flip it, I mean just that. The opposite of 3 over 1 would be a negative 3 over 1. And then when you find the reciprocal of that, aka flip it, you'll end up with negative 1/3 for the perpendicular line slope. That's right. Arrows popping. That's right, NOTL. You already know how I roll. So we're going to go ahead and red box this. That's right, Danny and Obina was correct. All right, and let's go ahead and give you guys some love just to show the people that I'm not just talking to myself right here. We got the chat right there. Everybody's in the house. That's right. Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. Okay. Let's go ahead and change the ink on this too here. All right, so here we go. In addition to those notes, we're going to keep it moving with some more notes. That's right. We're going to fill you guys with all the knowledge, all the things that you need to know as we move through this video today. That's right. So with horizontal lines, you need to know, guys, that if you see a format of y equals to a number, a constant, well, you have a slope of 0 in that situation. So horizontal lines have a slope of 0. So you can just recognize the format of the equation. And if it's in the form of y equals to a number, you are dealing with a horizontal line. And the slope of that horizontal line will always be 0. Always. Then looking at your vertical lines here, let's check that out. When you have vertical lines, guys, it's going to be in the format of x equals to a number, and vertical lines have no slope. The slope is undefined. NOTL says, I've watched your Algebra 1 ELC video like 3 times now. Well, in addition to that, NOTL, what you want to do is the individual concepts that you're struggling with, go ahead and find the videos in Fort Bend Tutoring's algebra playlist that cover those things that you need more practice on. Okay, it's because when you're doing the ELC, it's just going to give you 1 or 2 problems that you may need practice on. So if you want to just hover over the topics that you need practice with, go ahead and check out those individual math concepts in the algebra playlist to assist you. All right, so that would be your next step, in addition to going online and pulling up some practice problems so that you can work them out yourself. And if you still have access to your textbook, do the odd problems in the textbook to practice, because most likely they'll have the answers in the back of the book. Once again, good luck to you. And if you are having difficulty preparing by yourself, don't be afraid to ask for help within your family, friends, teachers. And if you need to hire a tutor, go ahead and do so. And if you can't find a tutor, feel free to contact me. We can set up a paid online tutorial to assist you in preparing for your Algebra 1 EOC. Like that. How about that for answers? All right. So there you go. I got a plan for you, sir. All you got to do is go ahead and participate. All right. Also, guys, the slope formula, it's right here. The slope is going to be equivalent to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So that is going to be the slope formula if we are given 2 points without the slope, and we need to find out what the slope is for that, for any particular linear equation that they're referring to. Amen, amen. All right, let's continue on, guys, as we have more notes. I think this is the last page of notes, guys. Here we're showing that the standard form of a linear equation is going to be in the form of ax plus by equals c. But there are 2 conditions for standard form. The first is that the values a, b, and c, those coefficients, they must be integers. In other words, you can't have any fractions or decimals when you have the standard form of a linear equation. And the a value must be positive. Then you also have the point slope form. It's in the form of y minus y1 equals to m, which of course is the slope, guys, times the quantity x minus x1. That's going to be your point slope form. And then when you're looking at slope-intercept form, we have it written as y equals mx plus b. That's right, where m is your slope and b would be the y-intercept of the linear equation. In other words, where the line crosses the y-axis on a graph. Oh, yes. All right. Well, I think now that I've said all of that, we can finally get to a problem right here, guys. And in problem number 1, it says a line contains the point 8, negative 5. and is parallel to the line y equals 3/4 x plus 2/3, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So pay attention to the fact that they have given us several pieces of information that are going to be needed in order to answer this question. The first is that they're giving us a point. And remember that every ordered pair is given in the form of x and y. As far as the x value and the y value, where your x value moves from left to right, your y value moves up and down. Oh, yeah. Then they're letting us know that they want the equation of the line to be parallel to this given line right here. So they want the line to be parallel to the line y equals 3/4 x plus 2/3. So in a situation like this, the first thing that you want to identify is the slope of the given line. And the slope of our given line here, guys, is 3/4. Oh, that's an ugly 3. I think we can fix that 3. We got to fix that 3. That 3 was just hideous. Yes, it was. Now it's better. We have the slope of the original line. The given line is 3/4. So any line that is parallel to that parallel line slope must be also 3/4. So keep in mind that when you're dealing with parallel lines, the slopes are identical to each other. And we're going to put this in a purple circle. All right. Danny is already coming up with her answer already. Let's see if we can match up to Danny's result, guys. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is we can use either slope-intercept form or the point slope form in order to write our equation of the line. In my first example here, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the point slope form in order to end up in slope-intercept form. So what we'll do is we'll write our point slope form as y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. And in addition to that, remember that given point that they gave us, that point that was 8, -5, we will label that as x1, y1. And knowing that the parallel line slope needs to be 3/4 and the given point that we have is 8, -5, we'll plug in these three values into our point slope form and simplify this. So we'll end up with y minus -5. This must equal to 3/4 times the quantity of x minus our x value, which is going to be our x1 value, which is going to be 8. So this is what we have thus far. Simplifying this, we'll know that the opposite of -5 is +5. So we have y plus 5 equals 2. And then when we get our arrows popping, okay, we're going to distribute here. And we end up with 3/4 x minus 4 goes into 8 twice. And then 2 times 3 gives me 6. So we have thus far y plus 5 equals to 3/4 x minus 6. From here, we'll go ahead and subtract 5 to both sides of the equal sign, guys, using the subtraction property of equality, and you'll end up with your final result, which is going to be y equals to 3/4 x minus 11. And Danny was exactly correct with her answer, and we will just go ahead and red box this result right here. Batoga says, sorry, Mr. Witt, I got a 4-hour lecture tomorrow, and I would be rude to be sleeping. Hey, I understand. We got to definitely blame the time difference. Go ahead and get you some rest, Batoga. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's go ahead and make sure you're recorded for all time here in the video. There you go, guys. That is Batoga signing off. And we also have Danny with her answer as well. Obina's going to be fixing that result, finding out what happened so that she can get it correct. Tekon said, you're in 6th grade and you're doing this? That is awesome, Tekon. So therefore, you'll be able to join in, get some mastery over that topic, and go from there. Let's see. You thought 24/4 was something else? Well, it's 6. And you're in advanced math. That is awesome, Tekon. Tekon, that is impressive. 6th grade doing this already. Good deal. Proud of you, sir. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Obina's saying I'm going to 7th grade. Well, you'll get it, Obina. You will get it. So you ended up with 24/4. Oh, I see. Yeah. So if you took your 3/4 and multiplied times -8/1 to get -24/4, which was correct, Obina. But at that point, you wanted to divide because 4 goes into 24 6 times. So you would still end up with -6. Okay. So even though your 24/4 is correct, once you simplify that, that will give you 6 because remember, a fraction is division. So once you had that -6, you would then combine it with the -5 that we subtracted to both sides, and you would end up with -11 that way. All right. Good stuff, guys. I'm glad you guys are participating so that we can iron out any mistakes that we've been making and make them better in the future. That's right. So this is exactly what you need for mastery. So even if you're familiar with the concepts, you want to make sure that you're doing the processes correctly and that you practice them so that they will be consistently correct. All right. We're looking at problem number 2 now. We have find the equation in standard form of the line parallel to y equals 2/3 x minus 1 and passing through the point 3, -1. So what does that mean, guys? What does that mean that we're going to be ending up in standard form? Well, recall, standard form is when we have ax plus by equals c. All right, and let's get a better c in there. There we go. So this is our standard form right here. All right, well, good luck to you, NOTL. All right, he said he was so close that he had missed it by maybe 2 or 3 questions. All right, so next time, yeah, definitely practice to make sure that you kill the test next time. That's what you want to do. You don't want to just get those 2 or 3 points you needed. You want to show off and go ahead and get a recommended score, an exceptional score. Go ahead and let them know that they judged you wrong the first time. Good stuff. All right, you got a 4. All right, good deal. Good deal. All right, so here we go. Continuing on, guys, let's go ahead and identify the slope of the given equation. So when I have y equals 2/3 x minus 1, this given equation is currently in slope-intercept form. So that means that the constant, the coefficient, that number in front of the x term, that is going to be your slope. All right. So when you have your equation written in slope-intercept form, that y equals mx plus b form, your original line slope in this case is just going to be 2/3. And that means that our parallel line slope will be the exact same value. So it's going to be this 2/3 that we need for the slope of our line that we're going to create that will also go through the point 3, -1. And this time, let's see here. What do I want to do? I know we want to get our answer in standard form, so I think I'm going to stay with point slope form as far as what I'll use to get our answer. So remember that point slope form is going to be y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. And our given point, guys, is going to be, as stated before, 3, -1. So I'll be labeling this point as x1, y1, and then plugging in these values. But remember, my end goal this time is not to get the answer in slope-intercept form. It's to put it in standard form. And recall that when we have standard form, our a, b, and c values, they must be integers. And, Danny, the a value needs to be positive. All right, that a value must be positive. So therefore, we'll need to make sure that the first term is a positive result. So let's go ahead and plug in these values here. We'll have y minus -1 equals to our slope of 2/3 times x minus our x1 value, which happens to be 3, right? Okay, so we will go ahead and simplify this for 1. This will be y plus 1. Let's go ahead and give ourselves some room here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Straighten out that screen. All right, and I hate that plus sign, so we're going to fix that. There we go. That's a little better. So distributing, you'll have the 2/3 x. All right, and then those 3's will cancel out to leave you a -2 here as you multiply 2/3 times -3. But we can't have any fractions in the answer, so let's go ahead and start by subtracting 1 on both sides, and then we'll end up multiplying everything by 3 to get rid of those fractions. So we'll have y equals 2/3 x minus 3 like this, and then I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 3. That's what I'll do. So multiplying everything by 3, let's go ahead and move this to another page here. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll need more room. We must have more room. Okay. Oh, hold on. There we go. I'm going to copy that. And then add a page. Ran out of room on this one, guys. What's up with that? Here we go. There we go. All right. So what we want to do in this one is we want to get rid of these fractions and write our answer in standard form. So that means I'm going to multiply each and every term by the denominator, the common denominator of 3, which is also the only denominator in this problem. Go ahead and multiply that all out, guys, and you'll have 3y, and the 3's cancel out to give you 2x minus 9. So therefore, we were able to get rid of all of the fractions. All right. So, Bina, I think you forgot that we had that numerator of 2. So when you multiply 3 times 2/3, you end up with 2x, not just 1x there. Then we're going to be subtracting 2x to both sides, because remember our form that we're heading towards is ax plus by equals c. And once again, the c is fighting me. There we go. So we'll have the negative 2x plus 3y equals negative 9, as your 2x's will cancel out on the right side of the equal sign. And then we're going to multiply or divide everything by negative 1. That'll change all the signs here. So we're going to divide each and every term by negative 1. That gives us 2x minus 3y equals 9. And this is our answer right here, guys. So Danny, it looks like you forgot to multiply the right side of your equal sign with the 3. You forgot to multiply that 3 by 3. So all the terms had to be multiplied by 3. So now we have it. There we go, Obina. That is the correct result. That's what we needed. And we have a red box around our answer. This is going to be our answer in standard form, guys. So remember, with standard form of a linear equation, you have ax plus by equals c. It's okay for your b and c values to be negative, so that's fine. However, the first term must be positive, and you can't have any fractions or decimals. All right. That's all right, Danny. That's why we're doing this right now, so we can fix any potential mistakes. All right. So we're in a safe place right now where we're not being, where there's no negative consequences to getting the wrong answers, but we're going to fix those wrong answers so that when there are consequences, we can do much better on any given assessment. All right. That's right, Obina. Slow and steady and use all the information that's given. That is important, Obina. Good point. Great point. Let's look at problem number 3, guys. Here we have find the equation of the line containing the point 32, and that is going to be parallel to the line 3x plus y equals negative 3. Write the equation in point slope form. All right. So notice that in many of these problems, they're letting us know which form of the answer they want to see. So you could be given your answer potentially in slope-intercept form, in standard form, or in point slope form. So pay attention to your directions to the question so that you can make sure that you're getting your answer correct and that your answer is in the correct form. You want to make sure that that form is correct, because that will also guarantee that you'll get the answer correct when you do so. So let's find the slope of the given line first. Notice that it's in standard form, but if I were to rewrite this in slope-intercept form, I can quickly identify what the slope of the line is. Remember, when I have it written in y equals mx plus b, in other words, that slope-intercept form, I can quickly identify what that slope is, that m value. All right. So let's start by subtracting 3x to both sides of the equation. We'll be bringing down the variable y. This equals to negative 3x minus 3. And so therefore, the slope of the given line is going to be negative 3. So when we're asked to find a parallel line, as we are in this problem, any parallel line slope will be the exact same value as the given line slope. So if the given line has a slope of negative 3, that means that our parallel line must also have a slope of negative 3. All right. So let's go ahead and put that in a purple circle as we hold on to that value for right now. Now remember, they're asking us to put our result in point slope form. So what is point slope form? It's that y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 form that we had mentioned before. All right. So all we have to do is take our point, which in this case is going to be 3, 2, label this as x1, y1, and we'll go ahead and use our x1 as 3, our y1 as 2, and we'll plug this information into the point slope form in order to get our parallel line. So we have y minus our y1 value, which is 2. This equals to the slope, which is going to be negative 3 times x minus our x1 value happens to be 3. And this is going to be the point slope form that they're looking for. So it looks like we have Obina with the correct answer. We have Danny with the correct answer. Good job, guys. Good job. Let's go ahead and put a red box around my answer. All right. We got to protect everyone from these right answers getting loose. All right. We got to cage these wild animals here. There you go. So we have our answer in a red box. Thank you very much, with Obina and Danny getting the correct answer as well. All right. Oh, y'all don't believe me? Here they are right there. Check you guys out. See? Danny and Obina had the correct answer on that one. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We have problem number 4. It's on its way. Problem number 4. Let's straighten out the screen. Here we have it. Here we have it. For problem number 4, it says to write the equation of the line parallel to x plus 5 equals 0 and goes through the point 12, negative 38. Write equations in the form y equals mx plus b. In other words, they want us to write this in slope-intercept form. Well, let's see how that works out for us, right? So we know that we're dealing with a line that's going to be parallel to x plus 5 equals 0. Well, first of all, let's see what we can do with this equation that they gave us, because we know we need to find out what this given line is, what the slope of this given line is. So if we manipulate this by subtracting 5 to both sides of the equal sign, we'll end up with x equals to negative 5. Well, we talked earlier when we were looking at our notes about equations in the form of x equals to a number. Anytime you have an equation in the form of x equals to a number, you're dealing with a vertical line. Yeah, you're dealing with a vertical line, guys. So because let me get my words together here. Because we have a vertical line, that means that the slope of this line doesn't exist. It's no slope. A vertical line does not have a slope, guys. All right, so this is no slope, all right, for our vertical line here. So if we're going to have a line that's parallel to this, it also must be another vertical line. That's the only way it's going to be parallel to this vertical line right here. So that being the case, our answer needs to be in the form of x equals to a number. And because our given point is 12, negative 38, our x value from this point is 12. So therefore, the equation must be x equals to 12. It has to be x equals to 12, because once we found out that we were dealing with a vertical line and we had to have another vertical line because these had to be parallel to one another, they had to have the same slope. And if they have the same slope, which means they both don't have a slope, that means that we're dealing with another vertical line. And this vertical line must go through the point 12, negative 38. So the only way our vertical line was going to go through the point 12, negative 38 is if the x value was 12. That's the only way that was going to happen. So therefore, our equation, our answer in any form is just going to be x equals 12. That's it. It's x equals to 12. That's right. So they can say that they want this in slope-intercept form, but there's really nothing you can do with this. It's going to be in the form x equals to 12. That's it. It's going to be in the form x equals to 12. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could have had it written as x minus 12 equals 0 if they want to get technical with this. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. That if they wanted to, if they stressed the fact that it had to be in slope-intercept form, guys, I think we would leave it as x minus 12 equals 0, because if you look at the terms in the equation y equals mx plus b, our mx term is just x, right? And then that constant is just going to be negative 12. Yeah, I think so. But we don't. But see, the b is the y-intercept. Nah, yeah. I'm hating that. Yeah, the b is the y-intercept, so that won't count because we won't have a y-intercept here. Yeah, leave it as x equals 12. There you go. There you go. Danny says, I always wondered about these problems. I never knew how to do them. Now you know, Danny. And leave your answer as x equals 12, guys. There you go. Leave your answers as x equals 12, because the b value in the slope-intercept form is the y-intercept, and this doesn't have a y-intercept. Yeah, x equals 12 is a vertical line that will not touch the y-axis. So there you go. Leave your result as x equals 12. How about that? There you go. I like that much better now. There you go. Love it. Let's continue on. We have problem number 5. We have problem number 5 now. It says to find the equation in standard form. Okay, so what is standard form? AX plus BY equals C. That's standard form. Of the line parallel to y equals negative 1/5 x plus 7 and passing through the point negative 10, negative 3. So the first thing we want to do is identify the slope of the given line. Fortunately, guys, this line that's given to us is already in slope-intercept form. So therefore, the slope of this line, the given line, is going to be negative 1/5. So any line that will be parallel to that must also be negative 1/5. Yeah. Okay, let's write a better negative 1/5. How about that? That's a little better. Okay. So once we have this, our given line, our given point rather, which is -10, -3, we're going to label this as x and y because I'm going to write the equation of the line using, let's go ahead and get this out the screen, using our slope-intercept form instead of point-slope form. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is I'm going to use the y equals mx plus b in order to find this equation of the line, knowing that with this given point that my y value would be -3. That's a funky 3, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Better. That our y value is -3. We already know that the slope needs to be -1/5. That our x value is -10, and we'll be solving for the b value in this case. All right, so you can have an option as far as what tool you use in order to find the equation of the line. You can use a point slope form, but you can also use the slope intercept form to create your to find out your equation of the line. Simplifying this, we'll have -3. A negative times a negative is a positive, and 5 goes into 10 twice, so we end up with 2 plus b. Subtracting 2 to both sides of the equal sign, guys, we'll find out that our b value is -5. So the b value is -5. So in slope-intercept form, this equation is y equals -1/5 x minus 5. However, they want our answer to be in standard form. So that's going to be our next step here. And what we'll do is we will multiply each and every term by 5 in order to eliminate the fractions here. So if I multiply each term by 5, let's see what happens. We'll have 5 times y. We'll have 5 times -1/5 x minus 5 times 5. And then we'll be simplifying this. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this to another page here, because I'm running out of room. Okay. Running out of room. Didn't expect that I would need another page on this, but I do. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and continue here, guys. Here we go. We're going to get it in view. We're going to get it in view. All right. Uh-oh. Having technical difficulties. Having technical difficulties here. Let's get back to it. All right. So what were we trying to do? We were trying to take this to the next page. And it was giving us a hard time. That's what it was doing. All right, better. Here we go, guys. Sorry about that delay. We are now going to simplify this. We'll have 5y equals, the 5's will cancel out. You'll bring down -x minus 25. And then you'll be adding x to both sides of the equal sign. Remember that form of a standard equation. The standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c. So the x and y terms need to be on one side of the equal sign. That first term needs to be positive, and you'll end up with x plus 5y equals -25, just as Obina and Danny have. That's right. Check out what they already got, guys. There you go. There you go. They're over there showing off. I'm going to be red boxing my answer. That's what I'll be doing. Danny and Obina over there working with the right answers, as always. Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving, guys. And just want to remind you guys, as I stated earlier, that you can go to tutormemath.net. And if you need one-on-one tutorials with me, you can go ahead and set up a paid online tutorial today. That's right, with Fort Bend Tutoring. And you can actually get Mr. Witt to be your one-on-one tutor. That is right, just me and you online, answering some math problems and working things out together. That's right. So remember that you can hire me as your personal tutor if you wish by going to tutormemath.net. All right, let's keep it moving, guys. We have more problems to go over today. We have problem number 6. And when problem number 6, we have write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line that is parallel to y minus 2. Equals 0 and goes to the point -4, 1. Well, once again, this looks a little tricky here, right? So let's start out with the equation that we have and actually solve for y, because that may help us identify what type of equation we're dealing with. Uh-oh, that was funky. We have y equals 2. Well, this equation, guys, is a horizontal line. We know that from our previous notes where we said that anytime you have an equation written in the format of y equals to a number, you are dealing with a horizontal line. All right, it's all done by it. Just checking in from LA. I'm at SMC, and your tutorials have been nothing but gold. Appreciate that. Zaldum Bide. All right, let's go ahead and show you some love. Get you on the screen for a second there. There you go. Well, thank you so much for chiming in. I appreciate that. All right, and keep up the good work over there. LA in the house, Los Angeles, guys. That's right. USA, California. So what we're going to have here is, now that we're looking at this horizontal line, we know that the slope of this horizontal line is going to be 0. The slope of the horizontal line is going to be 0. So if you wanted to, okay, you could use point slope form in order to solve for this equation. Or if you are pretty clever, then you would know that any horizontal line and a parallel line to that would have to be another horizontal line, guys. All right. So if you're going to be parallel to a horizontal line, you are dealing with another horizontal line, and that horizontal line has to go through the point -4, 1. So what is the y value of this given point? All right, we know that the x value is -4, right? The y value is +1. So therefore, any horizontal line that goes through this point has to have a y value of 1. Therefore, the answer is y equals 1, just as Obina and Danny have. Good job, ladies. You guys are on fire today. You guys are on fire. Let's go ahead and clean that screen real quick as we move on. So that is the answer, all right? So, Danny, it looks like that's a lot better from the previous problem that you said you didn't know how to solve earlier. Now you know. Now you know. Exactly. Problem number 7. Find the equation in standard form of the line parallel to y equals 2x minus 5 with the same y-intercept as y equals 2/3 x plus 7. Interesting, right? It has to be parallel to the line y equals 2x minus 5. So let's go ahead and look at that given slope right now. So the given line slope that they're referring to that we have to be parallel to, that slope is 2. So that means that any parallel line slope must also be 2. So we'll be definitely using 2 as the parallel line slope. In addition to that, they're saying that it has to have the same y-intercept as the line y equals 2/3 x plus 7. Well, this given equation is already in slope-intercept form. So the b value of this given line is going to be 7. So that means that our parallel line's y-intercept is going to also be 7, because they informed us that our parallel line, is going to have the exact same y-intercept. Okay, so let's go ahead and show that a little better. Sorry about that. I was blocking the screen. So being as though our parallel line has a slope of 2, our parallel line has a y-intercept of 7, and they're asking for standard form, let's go ahead and give them slope-intercept form first as far as plugging in these values, because we have the slope and the y-intercept, so you might as well use slope-intercept form, right? So we'll have y equals to our slope, which is going to be 2. Our b value is 7. And since they want standard form, guys, we will be subtracting. Let's fix this. We will be subtracting 2x to both sides of the equation. We'll end up with -2x plus y equals 7. However, we don't have standard form until that first value is positive. So you can multiply all the terms by -1 or divide all the terms by -1. I like to divide all the terms by -1. I don't know about you, but I like to divide them all. So we'll end up with 2x minus y equals -7, and we will red box this answer right here. There you go. So I have 2x minus y equals to -7, Danny. -7. Fix it. That's right. You got to have that -7 in there. Remember, we had to divide all the terms by -1. So you end up with 2x minus y equals -7. All right. So go ahead and fix that answer there, lady. All right, so that's going to give us the result to problem number 7. There it is. There it is. Oh, yeah, I'm having fun with you guys today. Mastering parallel and perpendicular lines, guys. That's exactly what we're doing today. Mastering these concepts. In problem number 8, guys. Problem number 8. All right. And you know what? I think I want to see about focusing in a little better. All right. I think that's going to be a little easier on the eyes there now. Okay. Good deal. A little easier on the eyes. Okay, so with problem number 8, it says to write an equation of a line in point slope form that is parallel to negative x plus 2y equals 10 and goes through the point negative 2, negative 2. So the first thing that we'll want to do, is find out the slope of the given line. That's what we need. We need to find out the slope of the given line. And doing that means that we'll take our negative x plus 2y equals 10 and solve for y. See, once again, by placing the equation in slope-intercept form, it's easy to identify what the slope of the given line is. And I hate that plus sign, so that means I'll be fixing it on the fly, like so, and then dividing everything by y. It looks like when I adjusted that zoom, all right, that I made things a little worse. So that's a little better. Here we go. Now let's go ahead and divide everything by 2. So we'll end up with y equals to 1/2 x plus 5, which means that the slope of our given line here, that's right, that is right, it's 1/2. The slope of the given line is 1/2, which means that the parallel line slope must also be 1/2. And you might as well go ahead and put that in a purple circle because we'll be keeping up with that. We'll be keeping up with that value. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And now we're looking for a point slope form of the equation, knowing that our given point is negative 2, negative 2. So if we have a given point of negative 2, negative 2, and that's supposed to be in black, guys. Let me go ahead and fix that ink. We have a given point of negative 2, negative 2. We have x1, y1 that we'll be labeling it as. We have a point slope form of y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. Notice that every time I use an equation, I am writing down the formula every single time, guys. All right? Every single time we're going to be writing down the formula. So therefore, that helps you memorize the formula. That helps you get more familiar with the formula. That helps you know, okay, which form to use when you practice this on a regular basis and write down the formulas each time you use it. So let's go ahead, and now that we have our parallel line slope, we have labeled the given point that our line will be going through, and they're asking for point slope form. All right, got a little tongue tied. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and plug in these values. We'll have y minus negative 2 equals 1/2 times x minus negative 2. All right, like so. We'll need to combine these signs in here. All right, let's simplify this so that you'll end up with y plus 2 equals 1/2 times the quantity x plus 2. And this is our answer, guys. And we will be red boxing this. This is point slope form, just like that. And we have it going through the point negative 2, negative 2 with a parallel slope to the given line. Negative x plus 2y equals 10. Amen, amen, guys. That was problem number 8. And let's see what we got over here. We had Obina and Danny with their answers all hooked up, both of them correct. Danny said Obina beat her this time. I love that. So we have an academic race going on over here between Obina and Danny. I love it. See, academic competition is good. It's a good thing. We're just here to help each other out. Good job, guys. All right. So be mindful, though, ladies, that we are here for accuracy, not speed. Speed will come over time. But if you guys want to race, you go right ahead. Problem number 9. I'll be the referee. I'll be the referee, okay? So with problem number 9, it says, write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form that is parallel to the line y equals 1/2 x plus 5 and goes through the point 4, -5. That's what we want to do, guys. That's what we want to do. So that means that we're identifying first and foremost the slope of the given line. And since it's already in slope-intercept form, we'll know that the given line slope is 1/2. Any parallel line slope to that would also have to be 1/2. We are putting that result in a purple circle. And we're going to continue on, yes we will, by labeling the given point, which is 4, -5. And let's go ahead and do this one, guys, using the slope-intercept form, especially since we want to end up in slope-intercept form anyway, right? So let's just say that this is our x value and our y value, and using the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, we are going to rewrite this as -5 using the given point. Our slope is going to be 1/2, right? Our x value is 4. And we're going to solve for b. That's exactly what we'll do. So that means that simplifying this, especially on the right side, half of 4 is 2, right? So we have -5 equals to 2 plus b. Good job. Good job. I see you over there. All right. But we need to have it in slope-intercept form. And slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So we're going to subtract 2 to both sides, guys. So you end up with -7 equals to b. So now that we know for certain, let's go ahead and put that value in a purple circle. That now that we know that our parallel line slope is 1/2, that our y-intercept is -7, we can go ahead and write our result in slope-intercept form as y equals 1/2 x minus 7, and done. This is the answer. That's right. So remember, it had to be in this form of y equals mx plus b. So that means that we're going to rewrite it and write our result in slope-intercept form as y equals 1/2 x minus 7, and this is the answer. Let's go ahead and red box that. That's right. And let's go ahead and show off for all the people that had their answer correct. That's right. Obina had her answer correct. Danny had her answer correct first this time. That's right. And my friend here, all right, my friend here that with the Arabic name, we're gonna go ahead and subtract 5 to both sides of your equal sign, and you'll end up with the y equals to 1/2 x minus 7. All right. So you just had to do that one last step, and you would have had the answer in the correct form. So we wanted it to be in slope-intercept form there. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue with problem number 10 is on its way. All right. With problem number 10, it says write an equation of a line in point slope form that is parallel to 3x minus y equals 8 and goes through the point 7, 2. That's what we're looking to do here. So once again, we're saying that you're going to fix the name after Lex. All right, no problem. It's all good. Your name is fine. It's fine. So it's going to have write an equation of a line in point slope form. I just can't read Arabic fluently, sir. That's all good. So write an equation of a line in point slope form that is parallel to 3x minus y equals 8 and goes through 7, 2. All right, so we need to find out the slope of the given line, right? So let's take this given line, this 3x minus y equals 8. Let's solve for y, because placing this in slope-intercept form will help us identify the slope quickly. So if you go ahead and just divide everything by -1 here, you'll have y equals 3x minus 8, which tells us that the Anwar. There you go, Anwar. Good stuff. Thank you for letting me know. So you don't have to change it. Just let me know what to call you, and we're good to go. So Anwar is in the house, guys. All right, giving us correct answers on the regular. So the slope of the given line, that'll be 3. Okay? And the parallel line slope will also be 3. So that means that we are going to put this in a purple circle to keep hold of it. However, we're going to label, all right, they wanted it in point slope form, so we're going to be labeling our given point, which is 7, 2, by the way. We'll label that as x1. Hey guys, there we go. There. Keep it neat. There we go. We have x1, y1, and we'll be going ahead and plugging that into the point slope form. Remember, we're going to write down this formula every time we use it. So that formula, once again, is y minus y1 equals to the quantity of m times x minus x1. There we go. Okay. And once we have that, I hate that x in there. I think I can fix the x. No. Better. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and plug in these values. We'll have y minus our y1 value, which is 2. Our parallel line slope is 3 times x minus x1, which happens to be 7. And this is the point slope form of our equation. And Danny is on fire with her answer. Good job, Danny. We're going to go ahead and put this in a red box. There it is, guys. We have our answer in a red box. And that is going to conclude the parallel lines, all right, that we need to solve for this lesson today. However, that's not all. Oh no. We have some perpendicular lines coming our way. So I wanted to make sure that we had some mastery by doing quite a few of the problems that we're going over parallel lines. All right. So we are going to move on now. That's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to move on to our next lesson. All right. And have a lot of peace in the house. That's right. Let's continue on. And just to remind you guys, go ahead and subscribe to Fort Bend Tutoring. Go ahead and click on that subscribe box right there, subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when we go live with new and fresh content, go ahead and click on that bell icon, because that'll let you know when we are live with new material for you to view and consume, and hopefully help you in your academic endeavors. So we will help you out in that way by viewing the materials that we put up there. Sandra says that she is subscribed. That's right. Let's go ahead and show the world that Sandra's in the house. And Sandra says that she is subscribed. And once again, make sure that you're clicking that bell icon so that you can be notified when we are live and when we have uploaded new content from Fort Bend Tutoring and myself, Mr. Wet, in the house. Let's go ahead and continue, guys. Go ahead and continue. If you can't tell, I got a big smile on my face. Guys. Good stuff. Sandra just did it. She just subscribed. Thanks so much. I thank you, Sandra. I can't do this without your help, girl. So appreciate you subscribing to the channel. That's what's going on here, guys. Let's keep it moving here. Now we'll be dealing with some perpendicular lines, guys. We're writing equations of perpendicular lines. So we're going to start the countdown all over again. We're going to start with problem number 1 here. That's what we're going to do. And it says to find, let me go ahead and get my equipment together. Here we go. I had knocked the mic. I had got so excited. I had knocked the mic. Sandra got me excited over here subscribing to Fort Bend Tutoring. So number 1, guys, we want to find the equation of the line perpendicular to negative 3x plus y equals 2, containing the point 9, 4. And they want us to write the equation in slope-intercept form. The first thing that you want to do is find out the slope of the given equation. And how will you do that? Go ahead and solve for y. In other words, put it in slope-intercept form. So once we add 3x to both sides of the equal sign here, guys, you can rewrite this equation. You can rewrite the equation as y equals 3x plus 2. Doing so tells you, that's right, Anwar, you got it. Doing so tells you that the slope of the line is 3. However, we are now looking for the perpendicular line slope, guys. And as I stated before in the notes, the perpendicular line slope will always be the opposite reciprocal, meaning that you change the sign and you flip it. So if our given slope is 3, then thank you, Christopher, for subscribing. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, Christopher. Christopher's in the house, guys. So go ahead and show Christopher a little love. That's right. Let's immortalize him on the video here. Christopher Palmer, guys, just subscribe to Fort Bend Tutoring. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you doing just that. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Christopher, guys. Here, in order to find the perpendicular line slope, guys, we're going to be realizing that 3 can be written as 3 over 1, and you will be changing the sign and flipping this to get a perpendicular line slope of negative 1/3. We will be putting this in a purple circle. That's exactly what we'll do. Danny has her answer. All right. Also, guys, let's go ahead and take our given point, which is 9, 4, and we'll label this as x1, y1. That's exactly what we'll do. And we'll be plugging this information into the slope, into the point slope form. All right. We'll use the point slope form this time. And notice, guys, that you can at free will use either the point slope form or slope intercept form to write your equation of the line. What's going on, Thusius? Good looking out, sir. How you doing? I was just chatting with him last night, I believe it was, right, Thusius? Good to see you. Let's go ahead and show you a little love over here. Thusius, I guess, is wanting to know what we're doing today. We're working with perpendicular lines and parallel lines and writing the equations for those, Thusius. That's what we're doing today. All right, that's what we're up to. That's what we're up to. Christopher, do not forget, sir, that we needed to use the slope -1/3. All right. Don't forget that we had to use that slope of -1/3, not the original line slope of 3. OK, so now what we're going to do, we have y minus y1. This is our point slope form, guys. We will have that as equal to m times x minus x1. Here we go. So that's the complete formula for the point slope form. We'll be plugging in those values that we have. So we'll have y minus 4 equals to -1/3 times x minus our x1 value, which happens to be 9, right? Remember that they want our answer written in slope-intercept form, which means we need to solve for y. All right, it's all good. Thusius, I kind of figured out that when you came in, you would kind of want to know what we're doing. Here we got our arrows popping, guys. So we're going to be bringing down y minus 4. This equals to -1/3 x, and then a negative times a negative is a positive, right? And then a third of 9 is just 3. In other words, it's like dividing 9 by 3 here when you multiply by a third. And since we have a negative times a negative, they gave us a positive result. It's at this point, guys, it is at this point that I need to straighten out this screen here, that I'm going to add 4 to both sides of the equal sign, because they want our result to be written in slope-intercept form, which means that it needs to be in the form y equals mx plus b. So your result here will be y equals -1/3 x plus 7, and this is our answer, which means that Obina has the right answer. It means that Danny has the right answer. That's what that means. That's what that means. Good job, guys. And we will be red boxing it. That's exactly what we'll be doing. All right. Christopher says, no, thank you. Now we'll pass my math finals thanks to your tutorial videos. Hey, it's my pleasure, Christopher. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you, Christopher. I need you to pass. I want you to pass. I'm rooting for you, sir. I am rooting for you. You better pass that test, Christopher. Don't make us find you, Christopher. Pass that test. All right. Good stuff. We're moving on to problem number 2. We're going to, Sandra's laughing out loud. That's right. Let's go ahead and show Sandra a little love over here. Good stuff. All right, with problem number 2, guys, they want us to find the equation of the line perpendicular to 2x plus 4y equals -11. Excuse me, not -11, it's -1. All right, I'm still laughing. My eyes are tearing up. Let me start over. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to 2x plus 4y equals -1, containing the point -1/3. There we go. Write the equation in point slope form. That's what they want us to do, guys. All right. So that's what we're going to give them. But the first thing we need to find out, guys, is the slope of the given line, right? So when we take this given line of 2x plus 4y equals -1 and we solve for y, we can quickly identify what the slope of this line is. So I'll be bringing down my 4y equals to -2x minus 1. I'll be dividing each and every term by 4. That's exactly what I'll be doing here. This gives me y equals simplifying to -1/2 x minus 1/4, right? Okay. And now that we have this, okay, well, now that we got this, good stuff, Christopher. Good stuff on that previous problem. Good job. Good job. You got the answer. So now the given line slope is currently -1/2, right? Because the value in front of your x term is going to be your slope once you have it in slope-intercept form. However, guys, we need the perpendicular line slope. And in order to get the perpendicular line slope, you need to find the opposite reciprocal of this value here. That means you need to change the sign and flip it. Change the sign and flip it. So if you were to flip this, you'll have -2/1. And then simplifying this, you'll end up with -2. But then you got to change the sign. So change the sign, you're going to end up with +2 as your perpendicular line slope here, guys. Yeah, there it is. So we're going to go ahead and put this in a purple circle. We need to hold on to that value right there. We're going to need that for our near future. Okay. There we go. So we have a perpendicular slope is going to be positive 2. But this needs to go through the point that's given to us, which is the negative 1, 3. So if we take that given point of negative 1, 3, and we label it as x1, y1, because the form of the result that they want us to put our answer in is point slope form. That's right, Danny. You have to pay attention to the directions to make sure that your answer is correct. So Danny gave us an answer, but it was in slope-intercept form. That's what I was talking about earlier, guys. You must pay attention to the directions of the problem. They want the equation written in a specific form, and this specific form is not slope-intercept form. It's point slope form. So what is point slope form, right? That's when you have y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. And fortunately for us, we already are aware of our perpendicular line slope, which needs to be 2. We have already labeled our given point as x1, y1. So the first thing we need to do is just plug in these values. So we'll have y minus 3 equals to 2 times the quantity of x minus our x1 value, which happens to be negative 1. So notice that I had put that within an extra set of parentheses so that I can recall that this is a minus that value. So I need to find the opposite of negative 1, in other words, which is positive 1. So when we rewrite this, it'll be y minus 3 equals 2 times the quantity of x plus 1. And this is our answer in point slope form, guys. We will be red. Boxing this just like that, just like that. Obina says, oh my goodness, I forgot about the sign of negative 1. Yeah, that's right. You have to maintain the minus sign from the formula, and because your value of x1 just happens to be negative, you're going to show that by using parentheses. So we're saying x minus negative 1 as we fill in those values from for the point slope form, guys. All right, so keep that in mind as you're doing these problems. See, it's all about accuracy. That's why I said do not be concerned about speed. Speed will come over time. The more you practice these, the faster you'll get about it. Okay, no problem there, Anwar. That's why we're here to remind you. So that form is very important. Also, plugging in your values into that formula is also important. That's why I'm suggesting that you guys always write down the formula, take your time, make sure you're labeling all your values that you have to plug in, and then plug them in accurately. Take your time doing that, and then simplify, of course. Okay, so all of these things are important because they're teaching you how to follow directions. Okay, so that's one of the biggest benefits of mathematics, guys, is that all math problems require steps, and most things that you do in life requires you following steps. Okay, so as you guys are obtaining your own businesses, as you're applying for jobs, they want to know if you can complete a task to completion. All right, they want to know if you can complete a job that has maybe 5 steps, maybe 10 steps involved, and get an accurate result and do it consistently. Okay, and to that company or to your own business, that'll be worth money. Okay, so there you go. There you go. Christopher says math is so much easier when you're not talking in French. Exactly. Exactly, Christopher. I'm just trying to lay it out as I understand it, sir. All right. And since I'm a basic person, Christopher, I speak in basic terms. All right. So the more I understand, the more you can understand. Good stuff. I understand, Christopher. But that's why you got me. All right. See how much God loves you? He gave you me. We have problem number 3. Write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form that is perpendicular to 7y plus 4x equals 3 and goes through the point -4, -7, guys. All right. So once again, we're dealing with a perpendicular line that they're asking for. They want the form. Now, notice the form of the answer. The form of the answer needs to be in slope-intercept form. Remember that slope-intercept form. Let's go ahead and write it up here on the logo. It's going to be y equals mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form. This is the way our answer should look. It needs to be in that format. Okay. But the first thing we need before we can do anything is the slope of the given line. So we'll be taking this 7y plus 4x equals 3. We'll be solving for y by subtracting 4x to both sides of the equal sign. We'll be bringing this down to give us 7y equals -4x plus 3. And then if you divide each and every term by 7, like this, you'll have y equals -4/7 x plus 3/7 to confirm that the slope of the given line, guys, is going to be -4/7. However, the perpendicular line slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal, guys. It'll be the opposite reciprocal, which means change the sign and flip it. Change the sign and flip it. So if we change the sign, it'll become positive, right? And once we flip it, aka find the reciprocal of this, you'll have 7/4. You know this is going in a purple circle, right? You know it's going inside of a purple circle. That's the slope that we need. The 7/4 there, guys. That's what we need. Remember that we'll be writing our answer in slope-intercept form, right? And the given point, the point that they gave to us, is -4, -7. So I think we'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and use slope-intercept form to solve this. That's what we'll do. All right. Let's label this point, and we'll put the point where we're going to put the point. Well, we'll just leave the point where it is. It's -4, it's -7. You guys can still see it. Go ahead and label that as X and Y. X and Y. All right. So we'll be taking the X, the Y, and the 7/4. Obina, remember that your answer needs to be in slope-intercept form. All right. Slope-intercept form is Y equals MX plus B. So you need to take your result and solve for Y. All right. So what we'll do next, guys, is we'll plug in these values here. So remember that slope-intercept form is Y equals MX plus B. We're going to plug in -7 for the Y value, 7/4 for the M value, -4 for the X value, and we'll be solving for the y-intercept, aka the B value. On the right side of the equal sign here, guys, our 4's will cancel out. A positive times a negative is a negative, so you'll have -7 plus B. From here, you'll be adding 7 to both sides to solve for your B value, aka the y-intercept, and you'll find out that the y-intercept is 0. Since the y-intercept is 0, guys, then when you plug this into the slope-intercept form, your answer is Y equals 7/4 X. And that's it. This is the equation of our line, guys. This is the equation of our line. Very good, Obina. Y equals 7/4 X. That is correct. Sandra, your answer is correct. However, you have your answer in point slope form. And remember, they wanted us to write the answer in slope-intercept form, which is in the form of Y equals MX plus B. So that's why I was saying, guys, that the form of your result is just as important as everything else. Because even though your form, even though your equation, Sandra, is equivalent to our answer, it's not in the correct form. All right. Hassan says people over here using calculators. No, they're not. The calculator that they're using, Hassan, is their brain, sir. Hassan over there hating, y'all. Stop hating, Hassan. You know you ain't right for that. You know you're not right. All right. Also, guys, I wanted to remind you guys that if you want to donate to Fort Bend Tutoring, you can do so by using the super chat at the bottom of your screen there. That will allow you to donate to Fort Bend Tutoring, and it helps us provide more free content for you guys on a regular basis. Also, if you're watching this not live, okay, that you're rewatching this, watching the stream as it was uploaded onto YouTube, you can use the donation link that you'll find at the bottom of the description box there. All right. So that will help us continue to bring you more free math content from Fort Bend Tutoring. All right. So you keep supporting us. We'll definitely keep supporting you guys. All right. So we have problem number 4. With problem number 4, we have to find the equation in standard form of the line perpendicular to Y equals -5/7 X plus 3 and passing through the point 15, 2. That's what we're going to do, guys. So the first thing we need to do is identify the slope of the given line. Identify the slope of the given line. So they already gave us this slope however, we need to find the slope of the perpendicular line. All right. All right. Thusis said he bought the number 12 workbook. Good job. Hopefully that'll definitely help you out with factoring quadratic trinomials. Yeah, so if you guys want to have assistance with factoring quadratic trinomials, you can check out our Simply Math workbook number 12 on our online store. So you can go to the website shop.tutormemath.net to check out the materials that we have there. We have YouTube notes on there, as well as some formula charts, as well as some workbooks to assist you in various math concepts. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Thusius. I really appreciate you purchasing the Simply Math workbook number 12. Good stuff. We'll be uploading some more of those workbooks in the near future. All right. So in order to find out the perpendicular line slope, guys, we're going to be flipping this and changing the sign. So we'll end up with a positive 7/5 as the perpendicular line slope. That's what we have. And we'll go ahead and use the point slope form, I believe, this time in order to create our equation. All right. And in addition to that, we need to keep in mind that we're going to be writing our answer in standard form. Remember, guys, that standard form is AX plus BY equals C. Remember, you have to keep in mind the format of the result in order to ensure accuracy and making sure that you're answering your question correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and plug in these values here after I write down the formula, of course. So the point slope form is y minus y1 equals to m times the quantity of x minus x1. We can take our given point of 15, 2 and label this as x1, y1, and then plug in these values along with this perpendicular line slope. So we have y minus our y1 value is 2. This equals to our slope of 7/5 that we'll need for the perpendicular line times x minus our x1 value, which is going to be 15. Just like so, guys. Remember that they want, good job, Onward. Let's see if we can match that up. Remember that they want our answer in standard form this time. So one thing you can do to eliminate all the fractions in this problem, guys, and I think we don't have to, but you could multiply each and every term by 5, that common denominator, to eliminate the fractions. But fortunately, guys, it looks like if we just get our arrows popping, we won't have to worry about any fractions that much anyway. You know what? No, I'm taking it back. We will have a fraction there. You know what? Standard form, guys, you can't have any fractions or decimals. Let's go ahead and multiply the entire equation by that least common denominator of 5 right now. That's what we'll be doing. Let's go ahead and eliminate the fractions in the equation. All right, by multiplying each and every term by that least common denominator of 5. This allows me to rewrite this as 5y minus 10 equals to, these 5's cancel out. I'll bring down 7 times the quantity of x minus 15. Then I will get my arrows popping here, right? So we'll have 5y minus 10 equals to 7x minus, what's it going to be? 7 times 15. Is that 105, guys? Is that 105? 15 times 7? That's 35. Yeah, it is 105. There we go. All right, so we got 105 there. Okay, and now that we have this, let's go ahead and continue on to the next page here. Go ahead and bring this on to the next page. We'll need to copy that. Add a page. Add a page in here. Okay. Go ahead and paste that in there. There we go. All right, let's continue here. Let's go ahead and get the screen straight here. All right, let's go ahead and line things up. All right. Okay. Yeah, Hassan, I am a lefty, sir. Left-handed people in the house. All right, let's continue on. We're going to be adding 10 to both sides, guys. Let's do that. Let's do that. We have 5y equals 7x. This is going to be minus 95. Is that right? Right? Was that negative 95 right there? And then we'll be subtracting the 7x to both sides. This gives me negative 7x plus 5y equals negative 95. And then if you multiply or divide every term by negative 1, you can change all your signs there. So you'll end up with 7x minus 5y equals to 95. And this is your answer in standard form, guys. We will red box it just like that. That's right, Hassan. Left-handed people in the house. All right, let's go ahead and show Hassan some love there. All right, Anwar, you're going to straighten it out. You got it fixed. All right, let's see what Obina has. Obina has 7x minus 5y equals 95. Good job, Obina. Good job, lady. You guys got it. Okay, let's continue on. We have more. We have more. You know I don't come half-stepping. You know I come with the work. We have problem number 5, guys. It says to find the equation in standard form of the line that is perpendicular to and with the same y-intercept as a line with x-intercept of negative 1, 0 and a y-intercept of 0, 2. Sandra got it right. Good job, Sandra. Good job. She says, yay. All right. So one thing we know about this, guys, is that we're not given the slope. We don't even have the equation of the line, but they do give us 2 points to work with. They give us the x-intercept and they give us the y-intercept of the line that we need to be perpendicular to. All right, so this is what we'll do, guys. We are going to take these 2 points that are given to us, the x-intercept and the y-intercept, and we're going to start out by labeling these x1, y1, x2, y2. And what we'll do with this information is we'll plug this into the slope formula. And what is that slope formula, guys? It's y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And we'll plug in these values and simplify. So we'll have 2 minus 0 divided by 0 minus a negative 1. This gives you 2 over positive 1, which gives you a result of 2. So the slope of the given line is 2. However, the perpendicular line slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal of this. The opposite reciprocal of this. So remember, we were at a place where we're at 2 over 1, right? So if you change the sign and flip that 2 over 1, you'll end up with a negative 1/2 that we'll need to use for our equation. So we put that in a purple circle. That's right. Rise over run, Hassan. That's right. The slope. So the perpendicular line slope has to be the opposite reciprocal of this value. And in other words, guys, the product of both slopes need to equal -1. You can always verify that you're dealing with a perpendicular line slope if your original slope and your perpendicular line slope, when you multiply those together, you get a result of -1. You know that you have done it correctly. So multiplying 2 times -1/2 will give you a result of -1. That confirms that we have perpendicular slopes. All right. Now, they gave us the y-intercept of the line that we're referring to, that we need to be perpendicular to. And it also says that they have the exact same y-intercept, right? So that means that our b value is given to us. The b value is going to be 2. That's the y-intercept that we need to match according to the problem. Therefore, writing our answer in standard form will come after we write our answer in slope-intercept form. So we'll be plugging this in as y equals -1/2 x plus 2. So that's slope-intercept form, right? However, they want the answer to be in standard form. All right. They wanted to be in standard form. And not only that, remember that your y-intercept is 2, Obina. All right, the y-intercept is 2 in this problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this fraction first and foremost by multiplying each and every term by the least common denominator, which is going to be 2. So let's move to another page here. All right, these problems are becoming longer and longer. I need more pages to work with. All right, let's get this here. Yeah? Let's get that there. There we go. Let's continue on. Let us continue on here. We have this here. There we go. Now, I'm going to multiply each and every term by 2. This will help me eliminate all of the fractions within the equation. I'm choosing 2 because that's the only denominator that I have in a problem. So by multiplying each and every term by the least common denominator, I can eliminate the fractions rather. So we'll have 2y equals, these 2's cancel out to bring me a -x plus 4, and I'll be adding x to both sides of the equal sign here. So my result will be x plus 2y equals 4, and this is my answer in standard form. Obina has it correct. Sandra has it correct. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and show you some love. Put your results on the screen so everybody can witness your genius. That's what we want to do. We want to let people be witnesses to your genius here. That's what we got going on, guys. Good job. Good job. We got the ladies in the house today showing off. That's right. We got Obina, Danny, Sandra. All right. That's all right, Hassan. You're being supportive, sir. You're being supportive, and you'll get it right when you want to. Well, I know you got it in you. I think you're just being stingy today, Hassan. Obina, you a boy? All right, I'm sorry about that. Obina, why'd you let me call you a girl all this time? I'm sorry about that. Obina is in the house. A boy. Thank you, sir. And you got it correct. Good job. All right, so here, guys, we have set up a paid online tutorial today. He got me, didn't he, Hassan? Yeah, he did. Oh, Benny, you let me call you girl all this time. I am assuming genders. Yes, I am. Obina says, I waited for you to realize it. Now, I don't think I was going to ever realize that one, Obina, until you told me. So sorry about that. Lewis is in the house. Sorry, no video, only chat in McDonald's. Oh, gotcha. I understand, Lewis. Well, good. I'm glad you could join us anyway. All right. I'm glad you could join us anyway, Lewis. So here, guys, just want to remind you guys that you can set up a paid online tutorial with me today at Fort Bend Tutoring. Our website is tutormemath.net. And you can set up a paid online tutorial and you can hire me to be your personal one-on-one tutorial. That's right. It'll be just you and me and some math. That's right. So check that out, guys, at tutormemath.net. Let's go ahead and continue on with problem number 6, guys. Problem number 6, we have write the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line that is perpendicular to the equation 2x minus 6y equals negative 3 containing the point 2, 2. That's what we want to do. All right. So they want the form of the answer to be in slope-intercept form. We definitely need to find out what the slope of this given line is. So let's start with that. We have 2x minus 6y equals negative 3. We'll be solving for y to put this in slope-intercept form so we can quickly identify the slope of this equation. Dividing each and every term by negative 6 allows us to rewrite this as y equals, let me go ahead and give myself a little bit more room here. There we go. There we go. We have 1/3 x minus 1/2. Therefore, the slope of the given line is 1/3. However, the perpendicular line slope is going to be negative 3. So what happened is, in order to find out the perpendicular line slope, guys, you need to change the sign so it becomes a negative from that positive, and then you find the reciprocal of that value. So flipping 1/3 gives you 3/1, which ends up giving you a result of negative 3. Absolutely. What's going on, Khalid? Khalid is in the house. Working fast because of those ladies making me making me mathematical trauma for a while. But when I get conscious, I find that I wrote a poem, not numbers. All right then, all right then, Onward. So y'all making Onward go crazy, guys. All right, pumping out those answers too fast, but that's all right. Like I said, you want to focus on your accuracy today, Onward. That's the priority. Focus on your accuracy. The speed will come over time. It's just that Danny and Sandra and Obina, they're quick with it. What's up, Khalid? In the house over there. Let me go ahead and show you guys some love. All right, there we go. Got the chat up there. Good stuff. Let's continue with this problem, guys. All right, so we're going to be putting our perpendicular line slope in a purple circle. That's what we want to keep in mind. And we're going to be going for slope-intercept form, okay? So that means that we're going to use slope-intercept form to solve this. That's what we'll do. So remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. We'll go ahead and say that our given point is going to be x and y, as well as our perpendicular line slope that we'll use. And plugging in these values, you'll have 2 equals negative 3 times 2 plus b. So what we're doing now is we're going to solve for the y-intercept of the line. Okay. Simplifying this, you'll have 2 equals negative 6 plus b. And then adding 6 to both sides of the equal sign, you'll end up with the y-intercept equaling 8. All right. It equals to 8. Put that in a purple circle. Now, our result here is going to be y equals negative 3x plus 8. And this is the answer to the equation, guys. I hate that negative. I think I'm going to fix the negative sign, make it better, then put a red box around this to protect everybody. All right. From allowing that to get loose out there. That's right, Sandra. Sandra has the correct answer, guys. That's what's up. That is what's up. So we have the perpendicular line slope is negative 3. And we have our final result here after identifying the slope-intercept form by using the slope-intercept form of the equation, taking our given point and labeling it as x and y. We were able to use the perpendicular line slope, that x value of 2, the y value of 2, and solving for b to get a y-intercept of 8. We were able to plug in our results directly to get the slope-intercept form of the answer. Done and done for problem number 6, guys. That's right. Number 7. Problem number 7. What you gonna do with number 7, guys? We have find the equation of the line perpendicular to 4x minus y equals 8 with a y-intercept of -1. Write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Oh, they're not ready for us, guys. We about to kill this problem. That's right. We got some killers on the loose. So if we take the equation 4x minus y equals to 8, and we solve for y, we can identify what the slope of the given line is. So we have this rewritten as -y equals -4x plus 8. We'll be dividing each and every term by -1, changing the signs here. We're going to go ahead and give Mr. Witt a little bit more room here because he's running out of room. He's running out of room here. There we go. We have y equals 4x minus 8, which means that the slope of the given line is 4. What is the perpendicular line slope? The perpendicular line slope would be what? If our original slope is 4, what is the perpendicular line slope? What do you guys say? What do you guys say? It's going to be the perpendicular line slope. Remember that when you're finding the perpendicular line slope, you need to take the original slope and change the sign and flip it. So when we're looking for the perpendicular line slope, what would that be? That's the question. Well, we know that the slope is equivalent to 4 over 1, right? So when you change the sign, it's going to be a negative. And then putting that 1 over 4, Obina has it. There you go. There you go, Obina, with the -1/4 for the perpendicular line slope. Good job. And now we'll be taking the fact that the y-intercept is -1. So that means that our b value that we'll be using is -1. Okay. So knowing that the y-intercept is -1, we're going to put that in the purple circle as well. That was given information. And finding out that our perpendicular line slope is -1/4, we are able to write our answer in slope-intercept form. So that means that we have y equals -1/4 x minus 1 as the result for our equation that is perpendicular to 4x minus y equals 8 with a y-intercept of -1. Done and done. And of course, we are going to red box it, guys. No problem, Sandra. No problem. You did have the correct perpendicular line slope. That 1 over -4 is just fine. It is just fine. Good job. Obina having the answer sewn up. You guys are doing good. I'm impressed. I am impressed. You guys are off the chain today. You guys are on fire. That's right. Got them flames all around you. Problem number 8, guys. Write the standard form of the equation of the line that is perpendicular to the line x plus 2 equals 0 and goes through the point -2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you take the given equation of x plus 2 equals 0 and solve for x, we will realize that with this equation x equals -2 that we are dealing with a vertical line. Remember, anytime you have the equation set up as x equals to a number, you have a vertical line. And it's good to know that a vertical line has no slope. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. However, since the slope of this vertical line is no slope, the opposite reciprocal of that, as far as that's concerned, as far as going to a line that will create a 90-degree angle with this line, you would be dealing with a horizontal line, and a horizontal line has a slope of 0. So the slope of the perpendicular line would be 0 in this case, because our given line doesn't have a slope. So when you're dealing with a vertical line like this, then of course a horizontal line is going to be what you need to be perpendicular to that. All right. So that's what we need. In the form of a perpendicular line, guys, excuse me, the form of a horizontal line, I should say, is going to be in the form of y equals to a number. So notice that our given point that our horizontal line has to go through is going to go through the point negative 2, 3. And in this point, we know that negative 2 is the x value and that 3 is the y value. So if we have a horizontal line, that y value has to be the exact same y value as the given point. So that means that the equation, and Obina is correct, is y equals 3. And we're going to red box this. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Red boxing it with problem number 8. All right, so the first thing we did in this problem was we quickly identified that we were dealing with a vertical line. A vertical line has no slope. A perpendicular line to that is a line with a slope of 0. So because we had a slope of 0, that confirmed that we had to give them a horizontal line, and every horizontal line is in the form of y equals to a number. And so we take the y value from the given point and we write our answer, our equation, as y equals 3, and done. Oh, yes. That is what we have, guys, for problem number 8. And we are moving on to problem number 9. We are moving on to, can I get it straight? Can I get it straight here? All right. I think my equipment here is just fighting me, guys. Here we go. Problem number 9 is better. We're back with problem number 9. Good job, Sandra. Good job, Obina. That previous problem, you have the correct answers. With problem number 9, it says to write the equation of a line in point slope form that is perpendicular to 2x minus y equals 7 and goes through the point 8, 5. That's what we have. So if we take our given equation, this 2x minus y equals 7, and we solve for y by subtracting 2x to both sides of the equal sign here, you'll have negative y equals negative 2x plus 7. Once we have this, we'll be dividing each and every term by negative 1. This gives us y equals 2x minus 7. And so the equation that we have, so that means I'm getting tongue-tied here, guys. So we are now looking at the slope-intercept form of the given equation. That means the given line slope is 2. The perpendicular line slope would be the opposite reciprocal of that. So we flip it and change the sign to get a perpendicular line slope that would be negative 1/2. Let's put that in a purple circle. There we go. There we go. Then our given point that our perpendicular line has to go through is 8, 5. So if we take this and label it as 8, 5 and label that as x1, y1 and use the point slope form because they want the answer in point slope form, we'll have y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1 here. Plugging in our values, you'll have y minus 5 equals negative 1/2 times x minus my x1 value, which is 8. So this, guys, is the point slope form of the equation of the line for problem number 9. And we will be red boxing it just like that. Red boxing it. Exactly. I see you guys are fixing it, straightening it out. Good deal. Yeah, just take your time with it, Sandra. And that's why I always say to write your equation, write down the formula, label it, and that helps you straighten that out. Okay, so I don't know if you're also doing that. But if you write down your formula first and then you label it, that will minimize the amount of mistakes that you may make switching those values around. Okay, so see if that helps you out and see if that reduces the number of times that you mix those numbers up. All right, that's my suggestion. All right, so here we have problem number 10, guys. Problem number 10. With problem number 10, we want to find the equation in standard form of the line perpendicular to and with the same x-intercept as 5x minus 3y equals 15. All right, well, we're going to find out the slope of this line, and we're also going to find find out the x-intercept of this line as well. I'm thinking I want to find out the x-intercept first. Finding out the x-intercept, guys, means that we simply just need to plug in 0 for y and solve for x. So we can rewrite this as 5x equals 15, and then dividing both sides by 5, you'll have x equals 0. No, not x equals 0. What am I thinking? X equals a 3, guys. There we go. So the x-intercept. What's going on, Fabiola? Fabiola's in the house. So go ahead and show Fabiola some love. There you go. That's right, Fabiola. We're looking at writing the equation of a line perpendicular to and with the same x-intercept as 5x minus 3y equals 15. So Fabiola, since you came so late, you're gonna have to go back and watch some of the replay when it gets uploaded. Okay. All right. But I'm glad you just showed up now. Fabiola's in the house, guys. So now we have the x-intercept, and we're gonna write this point as 3, 0, because our line contains the x-intercept here. All right, they both have the same x-intercept, which means the next thing we need is the slope, the perpendicular line slope, to be precise. So what we'll have here is we'll take our equation that 5x minus 3y equals 15, and we're going to solve for y to find out what slope will be the perpendicular line slope. We have negative 3y equals negative 5x plus 15. We will then divide each and every term by negative 3. This gives me y equals 5/3 x minus 5. All right, sorry about that. I think I'm blinding some of you guys. Sorry about that. So we have y equals 5/3 x minus 5. The slope of this line, guys, is 5/3, which means that the perpendicular line slope needs to be negative 3/5. So we're going to hook this up with a purple circle, those things that we need. We need the perpendicular line slope, which is going to be negative 3/5. And we also needed to know the x-intercept, that 3, 0. Let's take this information, guys, onto the next page, knowing that we need to write our answer in standard form. Let's go ahead and add a page here. There we go. Let's add a page, hook this up. We have the perpendicular line slope as negative 3/5. We have the point 3, 0. So the perpendicular line slope, let's go ahead and get this in view here for you guys, is going to be negative 3/5. Is that correct? And, I hate that 5. And the point that we're going through is going to be 3, 0. And we want to write our answer in standard form. Okay? So that being the case, let's label this as x1, y1 and use the point slope form to write our equation of the line. So we'll have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Plugging in these values, you'll have y minus 0 equals negative 3/5 times x minus 3. Given this, guys, because we have to write our result in standard form, let's get rid of all the fractions. See, we can first of all simplify this into y equals negative 3/5 times x minus 3. But standard form, you can't have any fractions in there. So what we'll do is we'll multiply each and every term by the least common denominator of 5. So I'll have 5y equals to 5 times negative 3/5 times x minus 3. Bringing down your 5y on the right side of the equation, the 5's will cancel out here. So you'll bring down negative 3 times the quantity of x minus 3. It's at this point, and I see Obina already has an answer there. It's at this point that we will get our arrows popping. So we'll have 5y equals negative 3x plus 9, and then adding 3x to both sides of the equal sign here, you can write your result as 3x plus 5y equals 9, and Obina is correct. Let's go ahead and show some love to Obina, guys. Let's show some love to Obina, and Fabiola is in the house, guys. We are going to red box this. Amen, amen. That's exactly what we have. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the end of the video, the stream for the day, as we have conquered parallel and perpendicular lines, guys. We were writing parallel and perpendicular linear equations with you live today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I really appreciate that. Fabiola's in the house. Obina's in the house. Sandra's in the house. Anwar is in the house. That's right. We had some other people like Lewis chiming in today. That's right. Danny was in the house today. That's right. I appreciate all of you guys joining me for every live stream. And remember, over the course of the summer, we will be tackling some college algebra concepts. That's right. So Fabiola says, yes, just saying hello, but for sure I will replay from the beginning. I appreciate that, Fabiola. Check it out. And guys, of course, please subscribe to Fort Bend Tutoring. And as always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. If you're able, please donate, as that helps us bring you more free math content from me, Mr. Witt, and Fort Bend Tutoring. Peace.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you hanging out with Fort Bend Tutoring. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. Hit up our website, tutoringmath.net, and set up a private tutorial with me and FBT.